Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that whenever we release a video at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you'll be the first to receive the same. Remember to share the video with your friend, your mama, papa, girlfriend, boyfriend, and your side chick and side man. Yes, and post a comment below, even just to post and say, I am here to show your appreciation of the work that we are doing here at the Jamaica Young Police Channel. And thanks for being a part of the movement. So, moving on. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we hate criminals with a passion. So here's one of them. This guy name is Javon Pinnock. Yeah, aka Frawty. Have a distinct scar on the left side of his face, and him eye go all the way down to him cheekbone. And you know, more or less is a Jamaican do that, you know, telephone cut. I don't know how them come by that thing for, you know, to scar people face like that, and that it's just awful, but terrible people. So this man that you're looking at, his name is Javon Pinnock, aka Froggy. Yeah, Froggy them call him on the street, and he's wanted in New York, in Queens, New York, for the murder of Javon Jamison, a Jamaican youth them called Blingers. Yes, and Blingers was killed almost 2 years ago by this man and another man named Christopher King. Christopher King is in custody in New York, awaiting trial for the murder of Jamison. So we are appealing, we are begging, beseeching you Jamaican people in Jamaica and the diaspora, wherever you see this man, to inform the police, whether it's 119 or 911, and let them know that this man is wanted in New York for the murder of Javon Jamison, so that this man can be placed in custody or go straight to the departure home where he belongs. And that's justice. And we say that because we hate criminals with a passion, because there was no reason for this man to kill Blingers, because Blingers was not a threat to him at the time. It was murder, clear murder. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so right now you're looking at a man. Yeah, man, his name is the man at the top, the man who stole the Colombians coke and caused Frawty to lose his life. So you're gonna get the full details in this video. Yeah, and that man name is Albert Bugsy Lindsay. Somebody said that he's related to he had a family member who served in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I haven't able to verify the information, so I don't want to get tired of myself until, you know, we know that we have all our I's dots and all our T's crossed. Yeah, so that's the man, you know, who stole the Colombian coke and caused Frawty to lose his life. Yeah, man, that's the man, Albert Bugsy Lindsay. Yeah, man, it's a career drug dealer. This man has been around the block for some time. He even spent time in prison in Europe. Can't believe it. So this is an experienced drug dealer. And so we're going to tell you what causes Frawty to lose his life. As we tell you before, there is no honest criminal, you know, not one. And, you know, Albert Bugsy, you know, Lindsay was one of those criminals. Yeah. Remember, you know, criminals, the first trait to be a criminal, you have to be dishonest. So I don't know how a man involved in criminality and him claim saying, boy, that man name friend or him brethren or him brother, and him trust him. Anyone who's involved in criminality and you involved with other people who are involved in criminality and you claim that you trust that person, not only say you're a damn idiot, but you're a fool, because all of you are criminals. It's not a world where people, where trust is a prerequisite for this career, the prerequisite for you to be a criminal, you have to be dishonest. So I don't know how these people, end up become criminals and think that it's like being an altar boy. Yeah, so let's remind ourselves, there is no such thing as an honest criminal. We need to bring this truth back into the conversation, especially in a time when society, through music, media, and misguided sentiment, try to romanticize the underworld and glamorize those who live by the gun and the grift. Remember, the prerequisite to become a criminal is not courage, it's not loyalty, it's not honor. Let me remind you, the prerequisite is just like to be a bus driver. The prerequisite, you have to pass a written test, then you do the practical thing where you go and you drive the bus. In a criminality, the prerequisite is not courage, it's not loyalty, and it's not honor. It's dishonesty, deceit, and a lifetime of being trained either by circumstances or choice to lie, manipulate, and destroy without conscience. You don't become a gang member or a drug lord by being truthful. You don't rise through criminal ranks by being reliable or noble. You rise by being ruthless, deceptive, and morally bankrupt. Skills refined over years of violating trust, abusing powers, and betraying even your closest associates when it suits your gain. So when a criminal claims to trust another criminal, it truly boggles the mind. How can you trust someone whose very survival depends on lying, stealing, and killing? Let me get you with your head. I don't understand that. How can anyone believe in loyalty among men and women who have built their entire lives on treachery? Let's stop pretending that there are good-hearted criminals or honest gangsters. These are myths sold to gullible by movies, songs, and misguided storytellers who have never spent a day in the real world of crime. I have, because I remember when I was a detective, so I have seen these people up close and deal with them throughout my life as a detective. Inside every criminal network, betrayal is just a matter of time. Today's right-hand man becomes tomorrow's police informant. The man you eat with is the same man who will plot your murder over a split in drug money. Just like how with Rifle and Trinity. And I can go on and on and on. The one who say, I got your back, or I have got your back, already has a price in mind to put a bullet in your spine or in the back of your head. Criminals are not misunderstood heroes. They are trained liars, skilled manipulators, and inherently evil at core. They will sell out their friends, kill their cousins, and bury their own brothers if it benefits them. That is not loyalty. That is survival in a world ruled by paranoia and predation. So let this message be clear and permanent. There is no such thing as an honest criminal. Not one. Not ever. Whether they wear gold chains, preach unity, or hand out food in the ghetto, if their foundation is built on crime, it's built on lies. And anything built on lies is bound to collapse sooner or later. The reason why enough people like the Jamaica young police would just tell you as it is, would just tell you the truth. That's how we do. So I will tell you about Bugsy now, the man behind Frawty's death. The untold story of Bugsy. Yeah man, Albert Bugsy Lindsay. So here is he. Yeah man, here is he. The man who set off the deadly chain of reaction. But I tell you, hey, I don't know how them do it, Yeah, that led to the assassination of Samuel Frawty Dixon. His name was Albert Bugsy Lindsay. And while his own life came to a violent end earlier this year in March in Portland, the truth about his role in this deadly narco drama is finally coming to light. Bugsy was just not another street hustler. He was a trusted associate in the cocaine pipeline that connected powerful men in Jamaica to suppliers in Colombia. But like many others who danced too close to the fire, he overestimated his reach and underestimated the consequences of betrayal. According to verified intelligence from well-placed sources, the cocaine shipment originally fronted to Frawty, that is Samuel Dixon, by Colombia traffickers never reached him. It was intercepted and stolen, allegedly by Bugsy himself. When we say intercepted, it was given to him from safe place and him thief it. Yeah. Not only did Bugsy divert the drugs, but he also misled Frawty into believing they were seized by the authorities. In turn, Frawty used the same lie to tell the Colombians that the shipment had been busted. But the Colombians don't play games. Remember, so them have connection in Jamaica, and they certainly don't tolerate deception. As I have said before, and I'll say it again without hesitation or apology, there is no such thing as an honest criminal. None. Zero. Not one. That is why men like Samuel Frawty Dixon end up exactly where he did, dead. Not by a chance, not by a random street violence, but by the inevitable, brutal consequences that come with playing in the high-stakes world of international narcotics. The chain of deception that led to death. Frawty believed he could outmaneuver the Colombians, backed Bugsy's lie and told the cartel that the shipment was seized, but the truth was far more sinister. The cocaine was never seized. It was stolen, redirected, and sold off on the black market. Frawty then kept the entire payout, effectively cutting the Colombians out of millions of dollars. That is what they say. He gambled that the lie would roll. He gambled that his clean public image, his local influence, and his distance from the streets would protect him. He was wrong. In a world of transnational crime, money is power and betrayal is fatal. And so, Frawty signed his own death warrant. And the moment he lied to the men who fronted him the shipment, the Colombians didn't argue. They didn't negotiate. They acted with cool precision of cartel sending a message. And that fateful evening, as Frawty pulled up to his residence, gunmen were waiting. His vehicle was riddled with bullets. He ran, but they chased. He was gunned down outside his home. Execution style. That's how deaths are collected in that world. Bugsy own reckoning. But what about Bugsy? The street have their own form of justice. Bugsy was hunted down and killed long before a clear indication that those involved knew he was one who triggered the entire fallout. In trying to outsmart both Frawty and the cartel, he sealed both their fates. So in the end, he didn't get away with it. He didn't profit. He didn't escape. He was silenced permanently. Straight to the departure lounge. No Robin Hoods, no exceptions. So let me make something absolutely clear to anyone still caught in the illusion. There is no noble criminals. There are no gangsters with morals. There are no Robin Hoods in coke trade. Criminals lie, they cheat, they steal, and when it serves them, they kill. Even the very people they call brother. So the next time someone tries to whitewash Frawty's legacies, painting him as just another businessman or community contributor, remember this. He didn't die because he donated hospital beds. He died because he lied in a game where one lie is all it takes to end you. Frawty got too comfortable, Bugsy got too greedy, and both are now permanent residents of silence, straight to the departure lounge. Yes. Because when you betray the Colombians, you don't get a warning, you get buried. I tell you, I just saw them work. The Colombians never play. The first time I know about the Colombian no play, he's a youth when he used to live right beside me named Benji. Yeah man, and hey, them time $8 whole heap of money, you know, the man. Yeah, man, the youth. I don't remember his sister name, you know, but them did migrate. Give the man me $8 for buy fish, because I love fish, you know. You know, you understand. On the causeway. I live at Waterford, him father near Alvin. Alvin live right beside me. Give Benjamin money and them thing, and Benjamin run away with the money. $8 whole heap of money that them time then. And him run come a foreign and him thief the Colombian them come to Jamaica. At the time I wasn't police yet, but by the time me hear that he already was there, him disappear. Him not spend whole heap of money at Waterford, and next thing him come up, you say them kill him. Cause him thief the Colombian them money, coke. Them not early in the 80s, them time the boy. Hey, them, you know, whole heap of Jamaicans I get killed in America and send back, you know, peer head shot them I get, you know, back of them head. You understand? So Portland Tranquility was shattered once again. That was on March 6th, you know, and it recorded its fifth murder, and it's the second in just 48 hours. The latest victim, Albert Bugsy Lindsay, a well-known businessman, a drug dealer, you know, because he got a prison. Yes, big thanks to everyone who reach out via the channel's telephone number to show interest in subscribing to our new platform. One that builds to speak truth to power and impact every single person living in America and around the world. It doesn't matter if you are black, white, yellow, green, blue or red. This message is for all people who believe in freedom, truth and justice. Yes. As we have said before, the name of the new channel speaks for itself. United we win, divided we lose. And you're looking at, most people say that they cannot find it and all kind of things. So now, you know, getting the feedback from, you know, from most of you people, in which, well, we can't even count the amount of people that reach out to us and leave message. We cannot find it. You have to understand that my voice, you know, this voice is not a voice that has been loved by the powers that be. Because when you speak truth, they try to censor you in every way. But guess what? We're not going to stop, you know. So, united we win, divided we lose. That's not just a slogan. It's a fact. It's a call to rise above fear and stop playing it safe, while the system quietly chews up and spit us out. Even you. Cowards might think they are staying out of trouble by staying silent, but in the end, they will get fucked. We just say it runs there spiritually, mentally, financially, and politically. So here's the truth. It is better to live a life and die as a free, honest, decent, honorable, and truthful human being than to exist as an obedient, broken slave, begging for crumbs from a table that was never built for you. For over 400 years, our ancestors, we are taught black people, cried out to a God. They were taught to fear, kneeling and praying to a man in the sky, while their bodies were chained and their minds conditioned. That didn't free them. What did? Knowledge, courage, unity. Men like Taki, who the same maroons in Jamaica kill, chop off his head and put on a pike. Taki is the one why the United States of America exists today as a republic, but they won't teach the white people in America. A black man who took on the British Empire and won. And it's time we walk that same path any bolder. This new channel is not for the weak-hearted, the lukewarm, or for the comfortably numbed. It is for those who know who they are, God's children, defined by nature, fearless by choice. If that's you, welcome on. To the rest, stay away. We don't need friends who are secretly enemies. We don't need deadweight doubters or deceivers. When we say enemies, we're talking about everything that stands against the truth. Lies, manipulation, division, cowardice, and blind obedience. No more lies, no more games, no more silence. This channel is the battleground for truth, and we are not backing down. How many times can they kill us once? Millions of our ancestors has died for this, for the little freedom that we're enjoying. God created every man equal, but some think that they're superior. And those who think that they're superior, just look, not one of them have ever been the fastest one in the world. Their genes are recessive. Our genes are dominant. So please subscribe to the channel. We know that we are being sabotaged and tampered by the powers that be, but as time goes by, the truth will reveal. Already, operator of the popular eatery Anna Bananas, located in Anchovy Land Settlement area of East Portland. Lindsay's killing took place earlier on the Thursday morning, and according to the police source, says it's all bore the hallmark of a targeted execution, not a robbery, not a random act, but a cold calculated takedown. What happened that morning? It was just after 8 a.m. when residents of Anchovy community reported heard several loud explosions sounding like gunshot, and mistaken the sound of gunfire coming from Lindsay residents. Police were immediately alerted. And we can't tell you, this is a man who used to have a license gun, but we are telling you how him lose him gun. How him lose him license gun, you understand? Yeah. So upon arrival, officers discovered Lindsay lying motionless on his back. We have all the photographs of them in a pool of blood. Yeah, man, straight to the departure lounge. His body riddled with multiple gunshot wounds to the chest. A doctor was summoned to the scene and Lindsay was formally pronounced dead right there. Initially, investigators revealed that Lindsay had been inside his home when someone called out to him from the yard without suspecting danger. He reportedly stepped out onto his veranda where he was ambushed and shot multiple times at close range. So the police have it on CCTV. We have all the photograph of the killer with him gun in him hand. So the real reason behind Bugsy murder, while the headlines might present Lindsay, that a Bugsy as just another businessman lost to rising crime, what lies behind is a far more sinister tale, one rooted in betrayal, deception, and narco-trafficking. Yeah. So according to credible sources with deep connections in the criminal underworld, Albert Bugsy Lindsay played a central role in the downfall and eventual assassination of Samuel Frawty Dixon, another Portland-based businessman who was gunned down in Tower Heights just days after. So, less than over 2 weeks after them killed Frawty. So here's the chain of events as pieced together through intelligence. Frawty had received a high-value cocaine shipment fronted to him by a powerful Colombian supplier. The shipment never made it to Frawty's hands. It was given, to none other than Bugsy Lindsay, a man who had close access to the supply chain and trust of key players. Bugsy then lied, claiming the shipment was seized by police during transit. Meanwhile, those close to him say he began displaying sudden wealth and confidence as though he had hit the jackpot. But you don't steal from the Colombians and then walk away smiling. You don't lie to men who send killers, not liars. And you certainly don't boast when millions of dollars worth of cocaine have been gone missing under your watch. The moment Bugsy pocketed the shipment and fed Frawty the lie, he triggered a fatal domino effect. Frawty believing the story, passed the same excuse up the chain. The Colombians weren't buying it. So first, they had to execute Bugsy, ambush at his home, and riddle his body with bullets. Yeah, man, Bugsy, the real thief, was hunted down, and them come from my yard. So the hit and the killer, so sources close to the investigation indicate that the shooter is from Snow Hill, and that his identity is already known to detectives. A photo of the alleged triggerman holding the murder weapon is reportedly circulated and law enforcement is expected to make that public in due course. The gunman didn't just take out Bugsy. He delivered a clear and final warning to anyone else thinking of crossing the same lines. In a world of narcotics and high-level trafficking, loyalty is demanded, not negotiated, and betrayal is punished without hesitation. So the crime scene process investigation deepens. Detectives from the Criminal Investigation Branch, the CIB in Port Anthony, were swiftly deployed to this crime scene and have since processed the area. Evidence is being compiled and a broader crackdown may soon follow. So when greed trumps loyalty, the death of Albert Bugsy Lindsay is not just another murder, it is a final chapter in a deadly betrayal that cost 2 men their lives, and there implicated many more. This wasn't a robbery, it wasn't random, it was retribution. So let this serve as a warning. In the world of organized crime, betrayal carries a death sentence. There is no second chance, no courtroom appeals, just bullets and silence. So the hidden criminal past of Albert Bugsy Lindsay, a life built on cocaine and deception, long before his name re-emerged in the headlines as a murder victim in Portland, Albert Bugsy Lindsay was already known to law enforcement circles, not just in Jamaica, but across international borders. Bugsy wasn't your average street hustlers. He was a professional drug dealer, seasoned and strategic, with deep connections to transnational narcotics trade. His operations weren't confined to the Caribbean. He had once served time in a European prison for drug trafficking, a fact conveniently forgotten by those now portraying him as a simple businessman. Yes, Bugsy did time overseas, a clear indication that his criminal ambition was never a small scale. He operated on an international level, managing shipments, securing routes and navigating the underworld with the kind of expertise only acquired through years of immersion in the drug trade. This was a man who understood the trade, the risk and the players involved, and yet, like so many others before him, he thought he could beat the very system he helped build. He thought he could steal from the same violent machine that once rewarded him and survive. But here's the truth that too many people refuse to accept. There is no such thing as an honest criminal, not one. Criminals may smile in public, donate to school, operate businesses, and claim to be reformed. But behind the scenes, the gears of deceptions are always turning. Bugsy was no exception. His so-called legitimacy in Portland through businesses like Bananas was simply a front for his continued involvement in narcotics. Those who romanticize men like him forget that he didn't rise from poverty by luck or by brilliance alone. He rose through blood money, betrayals, and a network of silence. His end, as brutal as it is, did not come by surprise. To those who knew the game, once he stole that cocaine shipment intended for Samuel Frawty Dixon and lied about it being seized, his fate was sealed. In the end, Bugsy became a casualty of the very world he thrived in. His European prison stint was a warning he didn't heed. His betrayal of a Colombian shipment was the final straw. So let this be a reminder to anyone who's still confused. There is no loyal drug dealers, no moral kingpins, no honest criminals. They all eventually fall. Some behind bars, others in the grave. Bugsy's story isn't one of tragedy, it is one of consequences. When you rob, steal and cheat from the Colombians, you pay your debt with bullets. Remember, the prerequisite to becoming a criminal is not courage, it's not loyalty, it's not honor. It's dishonesty, deceit, and a lifetime of being trained, either by circumstances or choice, to lie, manipulate, and destroy without conscience. I will say before, I will say again, One thing with the Colombians, when they are collecting money, yes, they don't send summonses. Yes, they don't send summons or send police. What they do, guess what? They send bullets to collect their thing, to collect their debt, because they want to make sure that silence is what matters. Because that's why they sent this message of shooting Frawty over 70 times. Frawty could have paid the debt, but he refused because he did not get the drugs. But he is the one that trusted Bugsy. You understand? And remember, so the next time you hear someone mourn him as just another fallen entrepreneur or community helper, understand that he didn't die because he gave surgical beds to hospital. He died because he played dirty in a game that doesn't allow mistakes. There's no good criminals, no Robin Hoods, no loyal crooks. That myth is Hollywood. In the real world, criminals lie, cheat, steal, and ultimately betray. Even the very people they work with. And in Frawty's case, it was that the final act of betrayal that got him killed. When you betray the Colombians, you don't get warnings. You get buried. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.